What are the top renovations that you can do to your home to help you make more money when you put it on the market? We're talking about finishes that buyer after buyer after buyer, they all love, and things that don't break the bank. Right now, a lot of people that we meet with, a lot of sellers here in the Nashville market, are prepping their homes to get them ready to sell at the start of the new year. Right now, we are at a $4 million house here in Nashville, Tennessee. I want to thank Erin Goings, a fabulous listing agent, for allowing us to come in and spend a couple of minutes talking with you about things that you can do. Again, not everybody has a $4 to $8 million house, but a lot of the things that we're talking about today in this house, you could replicate in your home or any home that you're thinking about selling. Hi, my name is Lorene Hetherington. I am very fortunate to be leading a team of luxury agents who focus on buying and selling homes in the Nashville, Tennessee area. We work with Parks and Compass, again, in Nashville, Tennessee, and we get calls every single day from people coming from California, Texas, Florida, the Carolinas, other parts of Tennessee, really all over the country, and a few international buyers that are moving to Nashville, Tennessee to make this their new home. So if you know someone who's thinking about moving to Nashville, Tennessee and has a timeline and a price point, we would love the opportunity to sit down with them and talk about the different neighborhoods that they may want to zone in on in their move to Nashville. And of course, if they can call or text us ahead of time, we'll hop on a Zoom call and then schedule an appointment when they do get to town to take them into some of these great neighborhoods. We are all about helping you buy a house, get a fresh start, and live your best life yet. So let's get started. Here are the top renovations or investments that you can make in your current home to help you make the most money when you put it on the market. The number one thing is, of course, a neutral color palette. If money is tight and we walk into a house, the very first thing we look at, and the quickest, cheapest update, is really paint. In a perfect world, you'd paint the ceiling, walls, and trim all one color. I think gone are the days where we have darker walls and white trim. That's very out. If you can go all one color, but different sheens. And what I mean by that is your ceilings will be matte, your walls satin, because it's easy to touch up and clean, and your trim and baseboards and doors, you will want to go with a semi-gloss finish. There are 5 no-brainer colors for painting interiors right now. They're all in that soft white and natural beige color scheme. Simply White by Benjamin Moore, Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore, Pale Oak, another Benjamin Moore fantastic color, Origami White by Sherwin-Williams, and Pure White by Sherwin-Williams. Pick one and then just use it all. Again, ceiling, walls, and trim, but different sheens. You can also pick 1 or 2 rooms. In this house, it's the dining room where they add a little zip of color. You can go with a color like Evergreen Fog by Sherwin-Williams, which is a medium sage green. Mindful Gray, a gorgeous gray beige color by Sherwin-Williams. And my favorite is a color called Grayish. It's by Benjamin Moore, and it is exactly what it sounds like, grayish. It's the perfect neutral color to do an offshoot or one particular room. Tips to update quickly and cost effectively is you want to prepare for your painter. Move everything to the middle of the room, drape everything, cover them with plastic or drop cloths, and then clean your baseboards. Because if the painter has to come in and wipe down everything, it's going to take more time, and time is money. So pick a good color and then prep your house so that painter can get in and out quickly and cost you as little as possible. The number 2 thing that you want to do to add impact to your house when you're getting ready to go on the market is focus on your lighting. I would start at the entry. If you don't have gas lanterns, go with the big, beautiful statement lanterns. Again, it's your entrance, which is so important. And then you're going to focus on the first floor. You can see these very unusual, gorgeous gold and white wall sconces. Then you come in here. We need a big impact light for the great room, because this is, again, the showcase room. And then you want to move on to your island and your kitchen. And then you'll want to go to your baths. Again, your major focus is on the first floor, because let's face it, your buyer's made up your mind whether they want to buy this house on the first floor. So focus all of your money, if you can, on the first floor, entry, kitchen, and baths. The number 3 thing that you can do right now to make the most money when you put your home up for sale is start with the kitchen. And I personally say the number 1 thing to do is trade out and put in new appliances. When in doubt, go with stainless steel. It's timeless today. It'll be timeless in 10 years. Look for bundle deals right around the holidays. It will save you a ton of money. In a perfect world, you would want to stay with one manufacturer like Whirlpool, Frigidaire, GE, GE, only because the stainless steel finishes is different with each of these different brands, and it's nice to have them all look cohesive in a group. Another stellar kitchen upgrade to focus on is new countertops. A lot of today's designers love quartz because it's hardier, it holds up under more scrutiny, and it's just a little tougher if you've got a family that's dropping backpacks and pots and everything like that on your island. You can also find a lot of lighter colored quartz colors that are reasonably priced. As far as where to shop for countertops, call your local agent that is in your area and ask them where the best places are to find the deals. If you're here in Nashville, call, text me, and I'll lead you to some of the top places where you can get reasonable countertops. The agents always have installers that they use that can save a little bit more money. Stay local whenever possible. You know, there are lots of beautiful family-owned businesses or small companies that have great selections and often better products than these big box stores. You are likely going to have to budget around $45 to $55 a square foot for most countertops. Another item to update in your home is adding nice hardware to kitchen cabinets. This can really add some interest and some zing. A lot of knobs and handles that we buy are between $5 and $20 a piece. I do like to get a lot of hardware on Amazon because they have some really nice kitchen and bath designer stores that have hardware for sale there. I generally don't like to go to your big box stores because I feel like you pay for really average handles and knobs. So again, go on Amazon and start trolling. Read the reviews though, because some of these hardware pieces do not hold up well. And of course, you get what you pay for. If you're going with gold, try to look for that light champagne gold. It tends to age a little bit better. And my favorite kitchen update, of course, is adding some interest through backsplash. It is, again, one of the more affordable things that you can do right now that your buyers are going to love. Go on Pinterest and see what you like. Backsplash is, again, one of the more reasonable, quickest updates that you can make. The cost of materials really range on how much of an elevated finish you want to go for, but I've done a lot of kitchens that the product alone cost around $500 to $1,000, and then you just get a great installer, and the labor, of course, will just depend on if they've got to tear out what's there now or if they're going to start fresh. But adding a new current backsplash will help you make more money when you sell that house. Another thing that you can do to attract more buyers and make the most money at the sale is really attack the floors. Here in this gorgeous $4 million Nashville home, they went with light oak flooring, spot on. This color is cool today and it'll be just as cool in 10 years. So look for light oak hardwood floors. The reason that buyers will also love it is down the road, if the kids scratch it up, they can simply come in, sand it down, and restain it. So hardwood floors is definitely the way to go. Another thing that you want to do is look at the width of these planks. So in the old days, they used to have 2 to 3 inch planks. Now we're going with 5, 6, 7, even 8 inch wide planks. So the bigger you can go, definitely shoot for that. And don't go mishy-mashy with like a 3 inch and an 8 inch. That's really a trend that is so 2 years ago. The number 5 thing that you can do right now to get your home ready to put it on the market is attack the baths. This is a little bit tricky because it depends on how old the house is that you are renovating. If it's at that cusp of around 15 years old, that's hard because you're almost very close to doing a full-on gut for the baths. So pull in your local agent. If you're here in Nashville, we'd love the opportunity to come in and help guide you on what updates to do in your baths. But in general, what you want to do is start with lighting, mirrors, faucets, and hardware on the cabinets, and then go to the countertops and floors. You kind of have to look, what does the existing product look like and what makes the most financial sense to update, but don't throw away the baths. They are really important for today's buyers and cannot be missed. So to recap right now, we have started with painting, then lights, then kitchen, then floors, then baths. The final thing to consider, and this is definitely really high up in your list, is the front door. First impressions matter to these buyers, and let's face it, a lot of times you're with your agent and they're fumbling around with the lockbox trying to get the key to the front door. So what are buyers doing? They're actually looking around at that front entryway. So your front door is not a throwaway. If by now you're like hemorrhaging out on the floor with money and just money going out the door and you can't afford a new door, at the very minimal, look at painting your front door. And I just hit up Pinterest and look at pretty front doors and look for an exterior that matches your exterior and see what kind of in colors they are using. Also, that goes with that front door. You want to have a nice new fresh mat that welcomes them to the home, and spend a little bit of time on that front landscaping. Put down some new mulch, a few pretty, powerful colors in your flowers out there, and it will make a welcoming first impression as they're looking at your home. So there you have it. Top things that you can do to get your home ready for sale that will, of course, help you make more money and have a better experience when you go to sell your home. Every market is a little bit different. We're here in Nashville, and we specialize in Nashville and Franklin real estate. So if you're here locally and have a few questions, we'd be honored to come in and help you kind of get that home prepped for spring, with the idea that we can then help you sell it. But either way, find a local expert at whatever town you are in right now to help guide you, because they're on your team. And the more money you make, the more money and the better the agent does as well. So work together as a team to get that home ready. Again, if you are in the Nashville, Tennessee area, or you're thinking about purchasing a home in the Nashville, Tennessee area, we'd be honored to have the opportunity to talk with you. Our team specializes in Nashville and Franklin, Tennessee real estate. We are all about helping you buy a house, get a fresh start, and live your best life yet. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.